got a quorum. I'll call the meeting to order at 7 o'clock according to my watch. I might be a minute slow, or fast, but that's okay. We don't have any alternates to worry about, so we don't have to seat them. Are there any changes or in the order of the agenda tonight? Savannah, anything, or Mary Kay, everything okay? All right, very good. We have any communications or correspondence to talk about?
Nope.
Okay. Audience of citizens, anybody here that wants to speak? Nope. Okay. Then we will start by approving the meeting minutes. Item 6.1 on the agenda is our regular meeting minutes of August 4th, 2025. Do I have a motion to approve those minutes?
I'll make
a motion.
All right.
I'll second it.
All right. All in favor, say
Aye.
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 So moved. And item 6.2, the special meeting minutes, the site walks of August 18th, 2025. I think we had like four areas that we checked. Do I have a motion to approve those?
So moved.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Next item number 7, we don't have any new business, so we'll get right into the old business. And this is item 8.1 on the agenda, IWWC 2526-04, the application of Brian Goodrow to fill in a pond at 29 Chewanik Road. The site walk was completed on July 14th in 25. The August update was tabled because we wanted the applicant to provide more information at our meeting tonight. So
Yeah, Mr. Chair, I did hear from the applicant today via email, and he asked if we could table it again. He's still working on his plan for kind of the rain garden alternative. So we'll just if you can make a motion to table that till the next meeting.
Okay, somebody want to make a motion to table that till our next meeting?
I'll make a motion to table.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. So we'll get into item 8.2, IWWC 2526-07, the application of William Live, the revocable trust, previously West Wentworth. Site walk was completed on 8/18/25. You want to give us a little background on that, Savannah?
Yep. So this is for 50 Ardoni. And this is a single family home application. We discussed how it is a existing or a non-conforming existing rear lot. So it's a little bit small, and he will have to go before the zoning board of appeals because the lot size will be kind of more than is allowed. But from a wetlands point of view, it's within the upland review area. There are a couple of trees to be taken down, which we observed at our site visit. I think most notably was a row of arborvitae towards the back. And I did reach out to Wes, Wes, I think you're on the call. I left a message for you just asking if you wanted to continue with this application tonight, because last conversation we had with the resident was that he might be kind of changing everything. So if you could speak to that, Wes, that would
certainly. For the record, Wes Wentworth Civil Engineers, Lebanon, Connecticut, representing the owner and applicant Bill Lythe. I think we'd like to proceed tonight, and the only change would be is that we came up with a building plan that fit this lot. He got some initial pricing, and of course in this day and age that can be shocking. So I think he's going back to reduce the size of the house. So what I would like to do is move forward with this application tonight if the commission sees fit. And the only changes would be a smaller footprint. We would still be within the same area, just smaller. And if anything, the same or farther from the lake. We would revise that plan in the future, submit it to Savannah, and she would make the decision, or she could run it past the chair of the commission at that point to say, is this modification something that could be signed off by staff, or we could simply come back at that time for a formal modification to the wetlands permit, whatever we deem necessary. Typically, when we're within the same footprint but a little smaller, well, we just kind of say, well, that meets the same original approval. But we're comfortable moving forward tonight, and we'll work that out in the future. We weren't able to get the building plans revised yet at this point. So
Thanks, Wes. Yeah, and I just want to state that, I'd be comfortable receiving any modifications in the future. And as was stated, conversing with the chair and determining if we want to go before the commission or just do an administrative approval. If it's less of an impact, I think, it could be administrative, but I will leave that up to the chair.
Make this an administrative approval then?
Not at this time. So this full application would be approval tonight. And I will share the screen with that plan. He's stating that the house size is going to be decreased. And so that modification would be less of an impact in the upland review area. And at that time, I believe that could be an administrative approval, if you guys agree with that. Here, let me share the site plan. Hopefully you can see that.
Oh, okay.
So this is the existing lot. It's kind of a cottage that's there at this time. And then, I'm not sure if the proposal's on this page. Here we go. Just gonna load a sec. Okay, so that shows the proposed footprint, which you would be approving tonight if you choose to do so. If you all have any questions for me, just let me know. I'm not sure if everyone was in attendance at the site visit. I think most of you were,
Yeah, I
so.
think we were all there. Okay. Do we have a motion to approve the project?
What were we waiting for a variance? Weren't we supposed to wait on this?
So he won't be able to proceed with this work until he gets a variance from ZBA. The order of operations is not really ours to dictate. I mean, we can approve this under a wetlands purview, but nothing is going to happen until he gets that ZBA approval. So that's kind of where that stands.
If I could speak to that, state statute requires that actually wetlands votes first before the zoning board of appeals could go forward with their approval in this case, because we're not going for a variance, we're going for an allowable use. It's just a special exception, and it's administered by the zoning board of appeals. So they're not allowed to vote on that until the Wetlands Commission issues the permit first. So
Thanks, Wes.
And we were happy with this plan that we see before us, and the footprint for the home is going to be reduced, right?
I believe that's the case, but as of right now, you're approving what's in front of you. I anticipate it's going to be reduced, and we'll come back and make that change, basically because of the costs that we're running into. So we'd just like to move forward with this at this point for simplicity of procedure.
There is a nutrient allocation plan, which hasn't been fully reviewed yet, but that will be contingent on zoning approval as well. So that's not, for wetlands to say, but there is one that's under review, and it will be before the building permit's issued.
Okay, and it meets the required setback from the lake? I'm assuming.
Yeah, so we don't, it's just the 100-foot upland review area. It's not in the lake bed, so there's no LMAC approval needed. Because they're not proposing any dock work at this time. In the future, they might, in which case they'd have to come before LMAC and us again.
Yeah,
But there's no specific structural setback from the lake besides the zoning setback, which is 30 feet all around in this rear lot, I believe.
okay,
And he has those lines depicted on this plan. Here it is here.
yeah,
So it goes across here.
Yeah,
And then it just kind of comes out here, Wes, right where the stairs are. Is that what I'm
that's
seeing?
correct. Yep, that's an offset from the lake wall. The edge of the lake is the property line, so that's the 30-foot zoning setback.
Gotcha.
So
Yep.
we meet all those lot line restrictions per zoning, as you said, for a non-conforming existing rear lot of record. It's 30-foot setback all around. What this commission is reviewing is we have no activity in the lake proposed. It's upland review area only. And as you know, it's a 200-foot upland review area from the lake, which encompasses almost everything. The line is up near the entrance drive. So we'll say 95% of the proposed activities within the upland review area just because of the nature of the lot. So that's what you're reviewing and voting on tonight.
okay,
Yeah, and I believe the proposed trees are like somewhere in here, if you can see my cursor.
yeah, I remember those,
Yeah,
yeah,
and there is a tree here too, right, Wes? That has to come out, like basically where the
Yeah,
house
a
is.
very large triple ash tree, which is probably
that's an
well
ash.
anyways, but it's dangerous. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm good with it. So,
Okay, so, do I have a motion to approve the, project?
I'll make a motion to approve the project.
Second,
I'll second it.
all in favor, raise your hand.
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, great. Let me just pull up the summary ruling. Hang on one second. Apologies, just trying to remember which permit number this was. Was this 14?
252607.
Oh, 07. Thank you, Mary Kay. Got it. Okay. All right, so we have construction of a new single-family home within the upland review area on an existing non-conforming rear lot at 50 Aridoni Road. So I will share with you the summary ruling for this. And see the standard kind of conditions are the first 1 through 7. We are including that special consideration is to be given to Columbia Lake, which is designated under section 1.6 of Columbia's wetland regulations as an area of special concern. Maintenance practices necessary to ensure proper functioning of erosion and sediment controls will be employed, including routine monitoring. They should be monitored before and after rain events of 3/4 inch or greater. So the applicant, which is currently the property owner, William Life Revocable Trust, is that correct? Should that be the applicant, Mary Kay?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay,
that's
great.
correct. Yeah.
Just making sure. So they're assigned the responsibility for implementing and managing the erosion sediment control plan, which includes monitoring and maintenance in case there's any rips or tears, and informing all parties engaged in the construction site of requirements and objectives of the plan. Okay, and that's it.
Do I have a motion to approve the summary ruling?
I'll make a motion to approve it.
Second,
I'll second it.
okay, all in favor, raise your hand.
Aye,
Aye.
Okay,
Okay, thank you very much for your time. We appreciate it.
you're welcome.
Thank you, Wes.
Thank you, Wes.
Thank you, Wes.
the next item is item 8.3, IWWC 2526-10, the application of Michael Armstrong for a seawall repair at 4 Sunny Slopes Road. We did the site walk again on 8/18.
That's right. So at our site walk, we were informed that there was a large planter pot that was removed from kind of the base of the dock, right where you would walk onto the dock. Once it was removed, it opened up a hole in the seawall because it was actually forming part of the seawall. And so Mike has filled that currently with some riprap stone. It looks like 2 to 3 inch stone. He can speak more to the specifics. But his new proposal is that he wants to put kind of these wood boards around the stone and then continue to fill in with that riprap stone to avoid erosion into the lake. And this would make up kind of the rest of the seawall if it'll fill it back in. I do want to state, and John, you were copied on this email, Mary Roykel did send an email asking us if we could continue this item. She listed a couple of reasons, and one of which being that LMAC has not been able to conduct a site visit yet, and so they wish to conduct a site visit before inland wetlands would approve anything. I will note that I think it's standard process that we wait for LMAC approval before we approve something, or we at least see which way they're leaning. But you can discuss that a little further, I guess.
So we need a motion to hold off on this until the next meeting date.
I know Mike's present on the meeting. I don't know if he wants to speak for a minute before you guys discuss.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes,
Yep,
Okay, yeah, I'm here. Yeah, LMAC could have come out when you guys came out. They view my yard on a daily basis because I'm having painters paint the house and windows done, and Bob Powell sits on his porch all day watching everything that goes on. Mary comes over with her dogs. Mary comes over in her boat to see what's going on. So, because they couldn't be bothered to come out when I made the appointment with you, I told them you're more than welcome to come out as soon as you send me a check for $500 for wasting my time. When that check clears, we'll set up an appointment. So it's up to them to pay me to come out. Okay?
questions?
That's someone else's problem.
yeah, I think it's more of an LMAC issue. It's not really a wetlands issue at this point.
Okay.
Hold off until the next meeting. Do I have a motion to do that?
So yeah, I think you guys are kind of deciding if you want to hold off or not. I just want to add one thing in. I know that the proposed barrier here, Mike, is a wood, right? It's like kind of a wood box essentially.
Yeah,
Is that right?
basically, yeah.
And I know that in the lake bed area, there are some restrictions for at least LMAC approval about using wood in this area because it erodes quickly.
Well, here's the thing. When the lake is not above the spillway, this is dry ground.
Mhm.
But as was brought up by last year, my Chick Schifrin at the LMAC, they've been keeping the lake artificially high because Mary doesn't have enough water at her dock to keep her boat off the bottom. So they've been keeping the lake at +6 for like the last 4 or 5 years. And that's why we're having all this erosion. Now that the lake is down to its normal level where it's 0 on the gauge, I'm above the high water mark with my problem. You don't want wood. You know, I got wood dock. Everybody's got wood docks. I don't understand what the problem is.
Yeah, I think I understand what you're saying, Mike. It might be a material that needs to be replaced more often. So it's just something to consider. I just wanted to put it
Well,
out there.
yeah, I understand. You know, I'm trying to make this yard safe. It's, you know, I got sinkholes. Somebody falls in, breaks their leg. I'm getting sued. And it, you know, I'm just trying to make it safe. And that's all I was doing here in the first place, was filling in a hazard in my yard. I wasn't trying to revamp the world here. Just making sure nobody gets hurt.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and the pot was
my
old and
background's
eroding.
construction, and when there's a safety hazard on a job site, it's immediately addressed, okay? And that's how I viewed this hole in my yard. It's not like I'm rebuilding the seawall, which I don't want to do.
Okay.
Yeah.
I understand.
Yeah, I don't want this, make this unnecessarily hard for Mike. I mean, I don't know what else, you know, we would be considering at this point. So, I mean, if I was in his position, I would probably be doing the same thing, you know.
Mhm. Yeah, so I think you guys have two options. You can motion to table till next meeting per Mary's request and, you know, wait for the LMAC approval if that's the way you want to go, or you can, I mean, there's nothing holding you back from choosing to approve it tonight. So, it's entirely up to you guys.
So LMAC has to approve it though, right, Savannah?
Well, so
Eventually?
yeah, this work was done prior to applying for a permit, but I will say that as soon as I told Mike he needed to apply for a permit, he did for us. So the work is done. I mean, there's nothing stopping the work from being done by LMAC withholding approval. Do you know what I mean? I think the wood panels still need to go in, Mike. Is that right? That's probably the
Well,
last
I was
piece.
gonna, yes, dress it up. I was gonna
Yeah.
box it in, finish it off, and then put slate on top of it. So that was my plan. And yeah, that's my plan.
Okay. I don't know if we have slate included in the application.
Well, it's just, you know, stepping stones.
I see. Okay. On top of the riprap stone that base.
Yes,
Gotcha.
yes.
Okay. Yep. That wouldn't change anything.
Okay.
Why we can't approve it tonight. So anybody want to make a motion to do that?
I'll make a motion that we approve it. I think it's been handled properly from the standpoint of the owner.
Yeah, I'm with Tip. Okay,
Give
are
us-
we're making a motion?
John, did you make a motion second?
Yeah,
Okay, all in favor, raise your hand.
Aye,
So move.
okay.
Okay,
Go through the summary ruling. So it's the standard for 7 conditions. This is within the lake ish bed. So we do have conditions for lake bed. Special consideration be given to Columbia Lake. Erosion control should be placed between between the limits of work and the lake edge if possible. Compost filter sock preferably because it's less damaging. It can
Okay.
be staked in place. And then you can just remove it upon completion of work when you're done with everything.
All right, great.
Yeah, no heavy machinery in the lake bed.
Nope.
Maintenance practices to ensure proper functioning of erosion sediment control. So if anything gets ripped, you know, make sure you go in and replace it, or if it's too ripped, replace it. If it's tiny tear, you know, don't worry about it.
Okay.
And then all work should be completed during lake drawdown, and that's just to avoid extra
Not a
erosion.
problem.
Lake. So
Not a
when you go
problem.
to finish it off, I think it's typically between October 15th and March 15th, but if it's earlier, you're welcome to start earlier. You can give me a call to just confirm.
Yeah, I'll swing by and make sure I got everything understood correctly.
Sure. And then
Okay.
this just says that Mike Armstrong is assigned responsibility for implementing the erosion and sediment control plan. So that means the installation of controls and informing anyone on the construction site, if you had anyone, of their requirements.
Okay,
Okay.
cool. Thank you.
so we need a motion for a summary ruling.
No, we did.
yeah. I thought I did.
We just did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we seconded it. Yeah,
All right, so the project is approved.
All right, thank you.
Great. Thank you, Mike.
All right, thank you very much.
Yep.
Bye-bye.
Next item is, item 8.4, IWWC 2526-11, the application of John Osaki and Joseph Pratt for a laydown area at 0 Route 6, rear 223 Route 6. This, we had the sidewalk, on, 8/18.
Yep. And the laydown area is kind of it's already in place again. Millings were put in. So this application is to approve work that's already been done at our site visit. Ian brought up that it'd be good to have a demarcated wall or fence of some sort on the property, just so that there's not further encroachment on the wetland area. And so John from Target, he supplied me with this site plan, which I'm about to share, which shows their proposed boulder wall, which would demarcate the line of vegetated area, which you can see here. It's a little further off from where the area of millings in the laydown area is, not too much, but it is entirely across the upland review area, which is where we asked him to place it.
So what kind of wall is it, Savannah?
It's a boulder wall.
A boulder wall. Okay, great.
Yep, and I think John's on the call if he wants to speak to it. And Joseph, you're here
Yeah.
too, right? Okay.
We're both there.
Okay, great.
They're going to be boulders. If we can get them on site, we will. They're going to be about 10 feet apart, big enough so you need a machine to move them. So nobody's just going to go in there with something small and push them out of the way. So
What size boulders are they gonna be roughly?
I mean, I'm going to guess they're going to be probably 30 inches.
Okay,
Heavy enough. So, with a big machine, obviously it can move anything, but it'll be a pretty good demarcation line, and it'll be a little to the you're buying them. So you can't go into the woods anyway, and as we saw on the site walk, there's a lot of stuff in the woods, so you can't go any further than that. So this will prevent anybody from moving further. I mean, I don't think we're going to go that far, quite honestly. We're going to stay on where the millings were spread. So, but this will prevent anybody in the future beyond us from doing that.
They're close enough together so you couldn't get like a dump truck in between them.
Yeah, I mean, we put them 10 feet apart. I mean, you could theoretically, you might be able to squeeze something in there, but if they're 30 inches or across, that takes up 30 inches out of that 10 feet. So, which is, would be 2.5 feet. So, and then a dump truck is 8 feet wide. So, I mean, I guess if you worked hard enough, you could probably wiggle something through there. But again, you can't get back there anyway because it's all trees and
How many boulders would this take?
How many feet was it, John?
It's basically 330 feet.
So 30,
So 33, 40 probably.
yeah, 33 to 40 boulders to
Okay.
be 10
Mhm.
feet.
And how big are they again?
We're guessing 30 inches. I mean, some may be a little smaller, some might be 4 feet. They're going to be natural rocks. So
Yeah, how high though? I mean,
same thing. I mean,
like 4 feet high.
Yeah, 2, 3, 4
Gotcha.
feet, whatever we can. They're going to be rocks, basically.
Gotcha.
There's a lot of them on site that we plan on using.
Yeah, we're going to use as many as we can on site, so we don't have to bring anything in. So
Okay.
Okay. So, do we have a motion to approve the project?
Can I just say one thing? I mean, how many more boulders would it take to, to space them like 8 feet apart?
We did the math.
yeah, I don't know.
Sorry,
I
I
mean-
don't want to put you on the spot.
We can squeeze them together. If you'd rather have a little closer, we can do whatever we can to, make it, just
Yeah, maybe just throw in a few more.
yeah.
But yeah.
so you want the minimum distance between boulders to be 8 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, just so you can't get like a large truck or be able to move anything in between them, you know? I mean,
Agreed.
yeah,
I agree.
If we're doing it, we can squeeze them together. That, I mean, it's not a big deal at this point, so.
yep, all right.
I can add that to the zoning, summary ruling and permit conditions too.
Sure, yep.
No. So, we're gonna make a motion to approve?
Oh, I'm sorry, yeah, let's do that first. Make a motion to approve the project,
I'll make a motion to approve the project.
second,
I'll second it.
all in favor, raise your hand.
Aye,
Now we can have the summary ruling.
Okay. So again, I won't run through kind of the standard conditions here. This is not in the Columbia Lake area. Should take out that condition. Maintenance practices to ensure proper functioning of erosion sediment control should be employed. We did not require erosion controls just because everything's already in place. However, I think if more work were to be done, such as more millings be placed, you would need erosion controls. So I left this in just in case. If you need to put in erosion controls, maintain them, ensure that you inspect them during a rainstorm. And then per the approved plan, a boulder wall will be built at the limits of the forested edge within the upland, within the 100-foot upland review area. The wall shall delineate the border of the laydown area and prevent further encroachment on the resource areas. Boulders shall be placed 8 feet apart along the length indicated on the approved plan. And I guess we can put, sorry to edit this on the fly here, but we can say that they're at least a minimum of 30-inch. Is that what we decided?
I would say approximately 30-inch, because some are gonna be bigger, you know, to
Okay.
rock. So, yeah, so. And they're gonna
Commission
be all-
members, are we good with that? Approximately 30-inch wide boulders.
yeah, I'm good with that.
I
Okay,
mean, if they're the smaller one, we can, you know, we can squeeze it, you know, as long as you have 8 feet, less than 8 feet, you know, apart, we can.
Yeah.
You know, we know what you want. to
8
happen.
foot,
Yep.
8 foot spacing, yeah.
Yeah.
8-foot spacing. So shall be placed 8 feet apart along the length indicated on the approved plan. Okay, and this just says that the applicants John Osowski and Joseph Pratt from Target Enterprises are assigned the responsibility for implementing erosion sediment control plan if needed. Any maintenance or installation falls on them. And then if anything changes hands, just notify the Wetland Commission. And that's it.
So the next item is 8.4. Let's see. Oh no, we finished that. So we're all done with all the applications. Do we have an audience of citizens that want to say anything? Anybody there that wants to mention anything? If not, how about commission open discussion? No one wants to say
Yeah.
anything?
Nothing to say.
Okay. Enforcement fee schedule status, how you doing on that, Savannah?
I think where we left it off, and correct me if I'm wrong, is we still were gonna have some more discussion on it. Did you want me to come up with a proposed fee schedule? And I'm sorry if I misunderstood that. I thought we left it for more discussion. But if
Yeah,
I'm wrong.
but we thought you'd tell us about neighboring communities, what other people do.
Yeah, absolutely. So I did look into that a little bit. I don't have the screenshot to share. Fees kind of varied from $25 to $100. I also looked at our blight fees because we do have a standard set for those for the town. And you know, if we want to stay on the same page as the rest of the town agencies, that might be a good way to go. We also have a range of that. So it's kind of up to the discretion of the enforcement agent, which would be myself or whoever comes in the position after me. And it ranges from a minimum of $25, and I think the top tier is $150, and that's per day of the violation. Yeah, so it was like 25, 50, 75, 100. You know, it went up by like $25 increments.
You say per day?
Per day, yeah.
And
And
that'd be after they were notified of the problem, right?
Yeah, the way it works with blight I have one of these going on right now, so I would assume we would do it the same way if you agreed. I would issue an enforcement, they'd get the series of violation letters, so they get a first letter, a second letter, and an enforcement order to finally fix it. If they still don't reply, they get a citation for 1 day to start. Kind of like, okay, you're gonna get this fee now because you haven't responded. And we just do 1 day to start. And then if they still don't respond within 30 days, they're gonna get a new citation that includes all 30 of those days that they didn't respond from the first citation. Which is hefty. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
hefty.
Yeah.
But it is some incentive to respond, so. Mhm.
Hmm.
Yeah, something to think about.
Okay, we also have an administrative report, item 11.1, IWWC 2526-12. The administrative approval of Paulie Randazzo Timber and Stone for a septic repair at 378 Route 87.
Yep, this is kind of a small, like triangular lot. It was a approval for a septic replacement within the 100-foot upland review area. It's like right on the edge of the wetland. They really have no other space for a septic system. It's where it was, it's where it has to go. So I administratively approved the replacement of it.
Very good. Okay. So we're all finished. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
Oh, this is too much fun.
Not
No,
all that.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Okay, who seconded? Ron. Okay, thank you, Ron. All in favor? Aye.
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 Good. Okay, everything went well, and I think we're in good